Welcome to this guide on WPPluginModernizer, an open-source WordPress plugin development modernization package designed to enhance your plugin development. First, let's take a look at what WPPluginModernizer is and why it's a game changer for plugin developers. WPPluginModernizer incorporates modern PHP features and development patterns into the plugin development workflow, inspired by modern PHP frameworks. By incorporating modern PHP features and development patterns, WPPluginModernizer provides efficiency, maintainability, performance, and scalability to your custom plugins. In this video, we'll quickly cover each of these features. We'll look at PSR4 autoloading, dependency injection, lazy auto-instantiation, and flexible class integration, as well as code scaffolding and custom console command support via the Modernize CLI, as well as how to quickly and easily leverage these features in your custom plugin development. Starting with PSR4 autoloading, WPPluginModernizer ensures your classes are efficiently loaded on demand. By employing namespacing, it further organizes your code into logical groups, making it easier to manage and adheres to the single responsibility solid design principle. This allows each class to focus solely on its own functionality without worrying about file loading logistics or naming conflicts. To illustrate why this is beneficial, let's look at a poor practice that you'll often see in custom WordPress development. Here you can see a dependency being required at the top of a class file, or you might see it required directly within a constructor. Then the dependent class will directly instantiate a class from the required file. This immediately violates solid single responsibility principle, which states that a class should have a single responsibility. In this example, placing the dependency loading and instantiation logic with the dependent class, we've given it an additional responsibility that's unrelated to its purpose. Another common pitfall in custom WordPress development involves entry or activation files, perhaps the main plugin file, where numerous classes or dependencies are loaded. This approach leads to dependencies being loaded on each request, or each time the activation or entry file is accessed, a pattern that can degrade performance and unnecessarily consume resources. WPPluginModernizer completely eliminates these issues. Here you can see that with WPPluginModernizer, we're able to inject the abstraction of a dependency, the interface, rather than the actual concrete implementation of the interface. WPPluginModernizer's dependency injection system then handles the logistics of loading, instantiating, and providing the actual concrete implementation to the dependent class. This relieves the dependent class of the responsibility of loading or instantiating dependencies so that it can focus on its single responsibility. To learn more about the benefits of PSR4 autoloading and namespacing, check out our other video on the subject. Link in the description. Because our higher-level classes depend on abstractions, which you can see here where we pass the interface as opposed to the concrete implementation, now we're able to easily modify the behavior of the dependent class without modifying its code at all by simply providing an alternative concrete implementation of the dependency. So in this case, we can modify the behavior of the Jiffy service classes getGifts method without modifying its code at all. With WPPluginModernizer, we can do this by creating a new concrete implementation of the Jiffy repository interface. We then only need to tell the DI container that when we ask for the Jiffy repository interface as a dependency, that rather than giving us the Jiffy repository concrete implementation of the interface, instead, we want the new implementation of the interface. And we can do this in WPPluginModernizer's registration.php file, where we tell the DI container to load alternative Jiffy repository instead of Jiffy repository anytime we ask for the Jiffy repository interface. Again, this approach allows us to modify the behavior of higher-level classes without needing to touch their code at all. Instead, With WP Plugin Modernizer, we're able to simply swap out dependencies as needed through the DI system. This adheres to Solid's dependency inversion principle, leading to a much more modular and maintainable plugin architecture. WP Plugin Modernizer also incorporates lazy auto-instantiation. With lazy auto-instantiation, services are only loaded or instantiated when they're actually needed and are going to be used. This avoids unnecessary memory use for services that aren't utilized during a particular request or application cycle, making the plugin and the WordPress application more efficient, and also improving performance by reducing application startup time. Flexible class integration is another feature provided by WP Plugin Modernizer, enabling the seamless use of both namespaced and non-namespaced classes through the dependency injection system. Ideally, you'd want to leverage WordPress hooks for injecting functionality into different parts of the application, including WordPress core and third-party plugins. But WP Plugin Modernizer provides support for external non-PSR4 enabled classes for those occasional situations where a hook isn't available, requiring you to call a particular external method directly. As you can see in this example, we're registering an example, non-PSR4 enabled, external class with the DI container. Providing this feature enables you to manage these external dependencies with the DI container in a way that adheres to modern development practices. Additionally, WP Plugin Modernizer can accelerate plugin development through its code scaffolding capability via the Symfony console-based Modernize CLI. Quickly generate services, repositories, and custom Gutenberg multi-block setups. Adhering to Solid's open-closed principle, scaffolding allows for the easy addition of new features without modifying existing code. Lastly, WP Plugin Modernizer provides custom console command support via the Modernize CLI, enabling you to quickly generate and create your own custom console commands. WP Plugin Modernizer infuses WordPress plugin development with modern PHP capabilities, supporting your plugin's alignment with Solid principles and positioning your plugin for enhanced efficiency, maintainability, and scalability. Learn how to leverage WP Plugin Modernizer in your custom plugin projects by watching our video guide, where we step through the development of a custom plugin that leverages WP Plugin Modernizer, link in the description below. Thank you for watching and for joining us in pushing the boundaries of WordPress plugin development. Get your free copy of WP Plugin Modernizer at www.wppluginmodernizer.com, link in the description. And don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with our latest content, including updates on our upcoming Pro version that's feature-packed to further supercharge your plugin development. You can also visit us at wppluginmodernizer.com, as well as on GitHub, Twitter, and Facebook. Links in the description. And please let us know what you build with WP Plugin Modernizer. Likewise, if you have any questions or feedback, we'd love to hear from you. Happy coding!